You know, people think so much along the lines of their belief systems that they realize that God is all things. And we've heard of people who have had enlightening experiences. But when somebody can show you everything that all those books that you read will say and more, and if I need to take the time to sit down and actually break down the book for you, I'll look at it first, because I'm not going to try to sit and meditate and ask that. When I have all the stuff in my mind that I do, I don't have the time to waste talking about the Kabbalah or like space or aliens. That's all shit. When it goes to happen, it's going to happen. Right now, the government knows what they know, and I'm not going to tell people about it because it's not my business to do that as a human being. And it's not even God's business to do that, because if God fixes it for you, you're not going to learn anything. So we got to learn how to stand up for ourselves, and that's why we're doing this. I had the chance to change it, and it started. And I said, God, please don't do this. I didn't know this is what was going to happen. The virus started because of me, but it appeared as something else in the world through another person who caught a wavelength of what I was thinking in the divine astral. That may be hard to understand, but it's not for me. And it makes me realize, if you really understand what I'm saying, I've killed every person that's ever lived, and I've died by my own hand, and I've experienced that infinite amounts of times. And as that, I deserve to be believed inside my eternal soul. I know how honest I'm being and how much torment I've gone through beyond the fact of any human being in their own personal life. Most of the torments they're going through are the thought factors of their old ancestors that are now plants and vegetables, and they're mad because you've mistreated them so much and burnt them down and treated them like nothing. All the stuff we have is stuff that was once alive, and we've treated like it was nothing. Like it was unimportant, and we killed other parts of Mother Earth to pay for those things that we made as if it was even nothing, more nothing. And that's why the world is falling apart. I can't fix it because I don't want to destroy it. That's the only way to fix it from the point of view of one person. The only way I, as Dan, can do it is if I destroy all the people that are doing wrong. And I said that. I was like, can you only get rid of the people that are doing the bad things? And you know what happened? I didn't think about it. And I didn't think about the bad things for themselves. And everybody started dying. Right after it. I wrote it in a book a week before anyone heard about COVID. I even wrote something about something along the lines of, I know something's really going to happen really big coming up really soon. This was in 2018, and I was like, because I saw it, but I was looking over my shoulder, writing it in a book, and I was like, you don't want to see this. I'm not done with it yet. And then I allowed myself to look at it. And when I looked at it, I was like, well, I just wish that everyone would all the bad people that were there would just go. Like, however we can do it without harming anything, like anything that's bad, like, can we just let them, like, I don't know, let something happen so they naturally just go? Like, switch it so that everyone who's doing bad stops. Well, it started being that way. We started staying home. We started talking about be together, be with family, spend your time thinking about yourself and concentrating on your health. And nobody did it. They complained about going back to work. When they were at work, they complained about having to go to work. But the reason they did that is because when they weren't working, they weren't making enough money or as much money. And they still had to pay bills to that thing we call a government that keeps you down and is doing all of it to us. Now, they're individual people all gathered together. So none of them are the crucial evil one of all. They aren't. They're following vibrations. They were led to where they are right now through their whole lifetime. So nothing can really explain all the exponential factors. I can, but I'm not going to. I would have way too little time to sit and tell you about everybody who came from where and why they went there and how they did it, because that's you. Everyone who did what they did knows what the hell they've did. And I don't have to tell them about it. I already know. And when they see me and meet me, they'll know that I know. And that's the scary part to people. And I don't want to be this weird mystical dude who looks at you and says, oh, I know you. Because I do. But I play it off. I like to be in the act. I like to let people be what they are at this moment, because you can always change right now. 1 second ago, I know what you were thinking, but right now I hear a new word and I go, hey, you're a creator. You're doing something different. Oh, but you're saying the same thing. You're not creating anything. Boy, you're so readable. And it's like everything that I've ever heard, said, done, or not heard, said, or done is already in my head, and I already know it. There's nothing that I can't understand, and there's nothing that I can't see through as a bunch of shit. Because people, when I said that whole thing about anyone who's doing bad, it was like to themselves. And when I said, like, get rid of them without any harm, your body isn't you. So it's going to get rid of your body. And I didn't think that because I wasn't conscious enough, even in the astral plane, talking to my higher self that looked like me writing in a red and black book. And I started looking over his shoulder and he said, you don't want to look at this yet. And then like a month or two later in our time, I was meditating and I told my parents even that I was like, there was like another upgrade and I read the book. And this was like 2-3 years ago in our time. And I'm like, I remember it. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty amazing. I was like, I hope that really does happen. Like when I read it, I was like, that's really good. That's really awesome. And he's like, but you didn't go to the end. You didn't see what else is going on. He's like, that's not the best part. He's like, you should see the other one I was working on. That one might be better. You could have read that one later. And I'm like, but you already wrote this now. And it was more like a thing like, there's no time. I can edit it and still have it be done before you look at it. But you're right here in non-time. So now you see where I'm at. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, it's not like spirits don't swear. It's not like spirits don't anything because it's all just mental fragment of thought. And you hear it and you feel it. So if someone says, oh shit, here, it's not necessarily the words, oh shit. It's either, oh shit, that's cool. Or this body feeling of, wow, sensation, oh shit. Or something bad is going to happen. This body sensation of pain or worry and, oh shit. Like, fuck, that's not a word. I mean, that's not a thing. But it's a word that expresses the feeling you have behind it. So the feeling you have behind stuff, as well as the shape of your mouth when you talk, does cause vibration. Now imagine if you were standing in front of still water that was just somehow in a block form, but it was able to be accessed and persuaded by you. Now if you just talked really close to it, you would see vibrational patterns on it. Hey, this is, hey, check it out. And it would be like vibrating with your vibrational patterns in that water. It hears that from farther away and it spreads out the farther away it goes. And when you talk in calm, loving tones, it's symmetrical. That's the Fibonacci sequence. When nature is symmetrical, it grows in exact, precise, symmetrical tones. It doesn't have to be straight lines. It does its thing like it does. But it's not one of those things where you can just say, I'm a good person and I know it. It's not going to work. The world doesn't have to be outside you to feel that vibration. The world is inside you feeling your vibration. So when you yell it out loud, you're affecting the outside world. When you think it inside, your vibration is affecting your inside world. And just as if there was water on the inside that is even clearer than the clear water you see, spirit is that. Spirit takes that idea, that example, like a backwards ripple, like an echo. Because before you said it out of your mouth, like, hey, if you want to suck that in, it'd be like, you know, it would be like the same thing. So your breath is the in, and your talk, usually when you're breathing, is the out. But if you stop talking, and you breathe in, and you think love, and you breathe love out, that comes to you. If you think love, and you say love out, it goes out. If you walk around and your meditation is every moment of the day and you breathe in love and you breathe out words that are great things to other people and mankind, it happens. And if you don't work at it, it won't happen. I won't allow people to do that. Some people are developing powers, but they're never going to develop the true power that I have. So I'm not going to try to outdo them, outshine them, outshow them. Dan doesn't have any of that. There's no urge to do anything to impress a single hair on anybody. All there is to hear and heal and be here. That's all there is. Curing, healing, and being here. I love you.